All right, here's what I say. Never follow the leader. Now, I know a lot of people may not understand what I mean by this, but let me explain. Anybody that says, follow me, right away, that should throw up a red flag for any person that says, come, follow me. I have an answer for you. I can tell you how to make you better for yourself. I have this thing that you can get that will improve your life. Cut that out completely. That's what I say. Cut all that out completely. Because here's what I meant in the last video I did. Excuse me. I hate that when I get stuff in my throat. But here's what I meant in the last video when I said this is a copy and paste generation. Most of us, when we do art or we do music or we write or we do anything that we do in life, most people do it based on what they think another person will think about the art or the music that they're doing. They're already putting an expectation to it. They're already saying, will people like this? Or will people not like this? Will people approve of this or will people not approve of this? Will this get thumbs up or will it get thumbs down? You know, all the different ways you can say it. This is how most of us think. But there are very few artists and musicians. And these are the ones I support myself if I support anybody. But yet I'm the type of person that says, you don't need friends. You know what I'm saying? If anything, have acquaintances in your life. Friends are a waste of time. It's like all that you do when you're around friends is gossip and talk about really nothing. Now, I'm not saying some people don't have genuine friends that actually support them and encourage them to be what they are going to be and what they want to be. But most of the time, that's just not how it is, y'all. But anyway, when we are going by this thing where we're saying that I have to make this art a certain way for a certain crowd, I have to sound this specific way or people won't like my music. See, when we do this, what we're doing, we're not even being ourselves. We're not even actually doing what it is that we feel at that time. You see what I'm saying? We're not even expressing ourselves the way that we really want to express ourselves. And this is why I tell everyone, are you one of these type of people that everything you do, you're thinking about, is somebody going to like it? Is somebody going to approve? Is someone going to admire me if I do or I don't do this thing? If you're still thinking like that, then you're not thinking for yourself. See, you're not really expressing yourself. If I say I'm going to make this song for Ben, Jerry, Tom, Steve, Cindy, Lindsay, and Teresa, and then I make the song, and all 7 of them say, oh, I don't like this song, I hate this song, then that's going to somehow hurt your ego, or it's going to bring you down because they said they didn't like it. And here's what I would tell anybody. If you know yourself and you like yourself and you are actually you, no matter what you're going through, if you're strung out on drugs, talk about it. If you're having trouble with your parents, your mother, your father, your family, your brother, your sister, talk about it. Why do you think that Eminem was admired by so many people? Why do you think so many people love Eminem? Because he spews his guts out. He actually tells you the things that he was going through. He puts it all out on Front Street. He says, yes, I couldn't stand my mother. My girlfriend was a bitch. I was, strung out on medication. Uh, my baby Haley, I got to get her back. And he was talking about that in his music. And people related to that so much because he was being so real and honest and brutally honest. And see, this is what most of us run from. We run from being brutally honest with ourselves first. We haven't even got to the first step of this. And I'm not saying this is like a 12-step program. I'm not using it in the terms that way. But what I'm saying is some of us have never even looked in the mirror and said, am I really doing this because I want to do this? Am I doing this because I love doing this? Am I doing this because this is actually me? Or am I doing it for the other reason? Am I doing it because everybody else is doing it? Am I talking about money, drugs, sex, parties, all this stuff? Look, I don't care if people talk about partying in music because I even like some party songs, when I'm listening to them and stuff. But it's the same repetitive message over and over again because people think they need to fit into this category. And just listen to the music. Listen to the music nowadays. How many people you hear saying, I can't stand this music. It's fake. It's not real. It's a dream. It's not, some of it is reality, but yet a lot of these people, they are bringing these things upon themselves because they're talking about these things that they are hating on, but yet the things that they hate are the same things that are being portrayed back to them from themselves. And they don't even realize they're doing this. And then these guys wonder why they're having things happen to them. They wonder why brothers are getting killed in the streets and people are getting murdered and all this bad shit's happening. Look at what they're talking about. Look at what we are talking about as people. You're not going to hear me talking about this stuff. I've been there with that. I've already been into the gangster rap and the rap that people were talking about selling drugs and shooting and guns and all this shit. That was never me. I was never about that life. And I don't want to be about that life. It doesn't make me cool or it doesn't make me tough because I'm a guy that has a gun in a video and I'm pointing the gun at you in the video and I'm bragging about how hard and tough I am because I sell drugs to the youth and I'm destroying my community. Oh, I'm a big tough guy because I'm doing that, right? These people, they're fucking weak. They're cowards. And they're using this music as a stronghold to keep all of us idiots down, to keep us sick, to keep us having this shit in our brain. And they don't even realize they are the reason why these communities are messed up is because it's the individual person that's messed up. But yet you ain't hearing me. They're not hearing me. And anyway, I'm going to get off that subject. That ain't why I did this video. But I think personally, I think that music is dead. I think that most art is dead. I think that movies are dead. I think that television is absolutely dead. I don't even listen to television. I don't even watch TV. So I fasted from that over 11 years ago. And I mean, I watched TV here and there, but I never watched it for a long period of time. And that was years and years ago. I haven't watched TV for years. I don't even remember the last time I watched TV because I don't let this shit go in my mind. And then we wonder why we conform so much. We wonder why we're having all these problems. We wonder why we're sick. We wonder why we're overweight. We wonder why we're hating other people. We wonder why we're miserable. Because that's what this shit is set up to do. It's designed to make you that way. It's designed to have one guy say, I have everything. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm cool and I have everything and you don't. And then you, us, we, they, them, like idiots, we fall for this bullshit. We keep listening to this shit. We keep listening to it around our so-called friends. And like I said, you don't have no friends. There is no such thing as real friends. If you have a real friend, you are very fortunate. You got really lucky. If you have someone that actually supports you, that actually says, look, I don't care what you do for you. You do that thing and I'm for you no matter what you do. That is the type of people that I would want to be around, but I know there's so very few people like that. And there was something that some guy said or some comment said, and it was so true. It said, people don't care at all, but they care that you have problems. They like when you have problems. People don't care, but they care that you have problems because it makes them feel better. You see, this is how sick and twisted we are. This is how twisted that this whole thing has become, where we think we have to have more to look better. We think we have to talk about being tough in music videos. We think that we have to talk about all these types of things that are like poison in our lives. But yet, how many people are going to see this? And this, listen, I'm not saying this is a motorcycle club, but there is only going to be, out of the 1% of people, there's only going to be like 0.001%. It's not even 1%. It's way lower than that. There is not too many people that are going to wake up out of this dream. And I'm not talking about all that woke bullshit. I'm not even talking about any of that. I'm saying people that are actually not sleeping anymore. Because this whole thing is like a sleeping giant. And people don't even realize they're sleeping right next to the giant. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, look, if me as a musician, however I'm feeling, whatever I'm going through, that is what I'm going to talk about. That is what I'm going to sing about. That's what I'm going to write about. Whatever I feel when I want to draw something, that's what I'm going to draw. You know, when I write in my notebook, whatever I feel, however I feel, whatever I'm going through, that is what I put in my notebook. I don't write things that I think people will approve of. I don't do the things I do for people to like me and to say you're the best. I don't do it for any of that. And that's why I said before, listen, y'all, if you're anything like me, you are going to be labeled as crazy. You are going to be looked at like an alien. People are going to say, I don't know what you're on. You know, that's just how it is. I'm telling you, when you go your own way, there is not too many people that are going to actually support you for who you really are. And I take everybody as they are. Whatever they're doing for themselves, that's what they're doing for themselves. But I noticed in my life, people really never accepted me for who I was. And I got tired of people. I got tired of people bringing me down. I got tired of feeling like people were dead weight when I was around them. It just felt like I was carrying a weight on my back every time I was around people because I couldn't really be myself. And there's a whole lot more that goes into that when I'm talking about being yourself. You know, I'm still responsible for what I do. I still discipline myself with certain things. You know, it's like, what am I doing for me? Am I eating healthy today? Am I getting a little bit of exercise for myself? You see what I'm saying? It's like this whole thing should be about the individual person. And I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again. Because if the individual person does not have true, absolute freedom, then it doesn't mean anything. If you have someone that is 99% with you and they have that one little percent where they say, well, do you think that you should be doing that? Well, I don't know about that. Nah, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Do you think you really want to go that path, man? Uh, well, that wasn't you yesterday. Why are you acting different today? See, when people say things like this, I know right away that they're judging. They're judging me. They're telling me that I should be something that they think I should be. And this is how a lot of people are in the world. It's just how a lot of people are. And look, if there is someone in your life that keeps bringing you down or making you feel a certain way, or every time you're around them, they sap your energy and they're not doing anything for you, you have got to get away from them people. You have got to let them go forever. You got to say, look, I'm moving on. I'm going my path. I'm going my way. I don't know what way you're going, but it's not my way because you have your own life to live like I have my own life to live. You see, and most people get offended by this because they want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to say the things that they think that you should say. They want you to be what they think you should be. And there's so many people out here like this. It's all over the internet. It's all over YouTube. It's all over Instagram. It's all over when you go out places. It's all over everywhere. It's not just me speaking in this video. It's all over the place. This conforming aspect is everywhere. And I don't understand why we keep doing this to ourselves. We have one life to live. And listen, even when I'm having a shitty day, I am going to make the best out of the day. What else can I possibly do? I got to this point where I said, look, F everything. How can I make the best out of my day today? Because it's just for today. And I'm not talking about NA and AA, the way that they program you and say you got to go by these steps and all that. I don't go for that crap. It's right now in the moment. What am I doing right now, this very moment? That's all that matters at all. And even that doesn't matter. Even that needs to be let go. The person that was talking 5 minutes ago, that's not me anymore. That guy is already dead. That Nate is already dead. Already dead. Already dead. See, it's every second, it's like a snake shedding its skin, like I said in past videos. When you get to this point where you know for yourself that you're constantly shedding this skin and you're continually evolving and being something different, there's nothing wrong with that. That is what we should be doing. But there's so many people that are still stuck in their ways. They're stuck doing the same thing everyone else is doing. They're stuck saying and being and doing music and doing art and doing all these things like everybody else. Because if they don't approve, if they don't like it, if I'm not wanted, and I can't lie, I want to be wanted. I want people to say, hey, I like what you do. But see, when you say that, you're telling me that to myself, for me to affirm that for myself. See, you're supporting me. You're saying, no matter what you do, I'm for you. And that's how I see everybody. I know everybody doesn't see me like that, but I can't let other people hold me down like a weight. I can't go by what everyone else is saying. I can't go by what everyone else is doing. And I won't anymore. I made the decision not to do that anymore. So really, this whole thing, it comes down to a choice that you make. It's like, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? And have you had enough of being something that you're not for other people? If you haven't yet, then you're still going to probably keep doing all these things. And it takes a long time for someone like myself to get rid of that kind of essence, to get that essence away from me. See, I think that I brought some bad energy onto myself because of me talking about certain things I was talking about. And I realized that I had to do that at that time. But you know what? There comes a point where I have to move on. And if that means saying goodbye, see you later, I gotta go do what I gotta do, it may sound cold and harsh to people. They'll mistake it for being arrogant and cocky, but it has nothing to do with that. It's because I have to do what I have to do for me. And if people can't accept that, then they can't accept you and I. Period. Stay up, stay lowly, resonate.